the female-child relationship and how the law gave protection to the female child, both participants and inheritance. On today's episode, this is the subject of discussion, the female child. With me today is Charles Edore. Charles Edore is a legal practitioner. Stay tuned. You are welcome, sir.
Thank you so much, madam. Now, the female child. Who is a female child? Okay. And what is the role of a female child under succession? Okay. What is she going to gain in line with succession? If I am to look deep into it, right from the days of Adam and Eve, the female child never had a role in succession. Surprisingly, the Bible shared a lot and never touched a female child. We are not here segregating a female child. I'm really very sorry I'm saying this, but it's the truth.
Like the Nigeria law.
Yes.
Part of the law make us to understand that there should be no discrimination.
Yes.
Against any
child,
any citizen.
Good. Section 42 of the 1999 Constitution.
Exactly. So, I really want us to look into that. When the law already said there should be no discrimination, that means discrimination should not be against even gender. Like, she is a girl, she's not entitled to inherit the father property or do some certain job or take over the throne of the father. So let's look at that.
Good.
Is that not discrimination against?
Good. Well, one will look at it and it looks very much like discrimination, but the truth about it is that it's not. There is something in law. Okay. We say under trust, you have something like natural justice, equity, and good conscience.
Okay.
These are things the law looks at before it passes its own judgment on such certain things. When it concerns the rights of a female child as regards succession and tradition of the land, you will first look at it. Is it against natural justice? Is it against equity?
Okay.
And is it against fair play? Now, the tradition you talk about have their own custom that has been there over the years. Like, if you look at sociology, sociologists will tell you that it must be a practice that has reigned with the people for a period of 35 years and above.
Okay.
It becomes a custom, a tradition, and a habit of the people. Now, when it becomes a culture of the people or the tradition of the people, and they've lived with this tradition over the years, and the law didn't see it as repugnant to natural justice, equity, and fair play, then becomes a law that stands tall. Now, when you talk about succession, inheritance,
yes,
staying in the gap, there are some places in Nigeria, like in the East, very recently, a female child have been given the opportunity to inherit properties from the father. Okay. Same has always been in the West. But in the South, it's against the tradition of the land, irrespective of the fact that Section 42 upholds it. But it's against the natural justice, equity, and fair play of the Southerner.
Is that not discriminatory?
No, like I told you, the female child, ordinarily it is discriminatory because the same father gave birth to the male child and the female child. The same mother gave birth to the male child and the female child. And the female child did not escort the male child to this world. But now let us look at it from another angle.
Okay.
The female child is getting married to a man who inherited from the father.
Okay.
Is the man getting married to a female daughter who inherited from the father, who becomes a loser here? Right from the days of Adam and Eve, check it, the chronology of the Bible.
Okay.
The female child has never inherited from the father. Check it, go back to it, read over and over. The female child has never inherited from their father.
So whereby a situation whereby I have just a daughter, just
Yes.
one daughter,
Yes,
and I happen to be the OVA of the land,
yes.
and when time comes
And you pass this
and I
on.
pass it on,
Will the daughter automatically
can my
become
daughter
the king
no
of that land?
of that land?
Good question. Too well, no. It is a family trait.
Okay.
If at the end of the day, the man passes on, leaving only a daughter,
Okay.
the daughter can be given another title, but obviously not that of the king.
Really?
It passes from that family to the next, a male child to the king.
Is that not discriminatory?
That is what I have told you. It looks like it,
But not.
not discriminatory, because it is not against natural justice. Natural. Underline the word natural. It's not repugnant to natural justice. It's not repugnant to equity. And it is not also repugnant to fair play. So, when over the years it became a practice of the people, they've lived with it, they've believed in it, they've experimented with it, and at the end concluded that it should be like this, then so be it. There are some places where we have female king.
Okay.
Queen Amina Ozaria is one.
Okay.
Queen Ide Ye could not become a king, but was a king's mother. Then in Benin Ye, a female would have become a king
Okay.
as a result of a brother
Okay.
denying his position to ascend the throne
Okay.
because he was afraid of another brother who was supposed to be the king but was banished as at that time.
Okay.
And they begged the sister to take over, but unfortunately she couldn't because the law of the land didn't support it.
Wow.
She menstruated when she was walking down to be enthroned,
Enthroned. Okay. To be crowned as
to be crowned as a king in Benin Kingdom. Yes, so many years ago.
Okay.
That would have been the only female king that this
Yes.
kingdom would have had. But unfortunately, it didn't work because the gods of the land were against it.
Okay. When they measure elders,
Yes.
elders meeting, I've noticed this in so many, because I do my research. Sometimes when we go out for field work, when they try to do elders meetings, when we look at, we see old people, advanced people, as in aged people as elders. But whenever they call this elders meeting, we don't see the old women in that meeting. We only see old men, and the women go far. They are not in any way close to the elders meeting. Are elderly women not elders? Are they not supposed to be among the elders meeting?
Thank you so much. There is something we call Elders Forum. There is something we call the Elders Council.
This elders
It is not
council,
as a
the
result.
body of the elders council,
Yes.
are women not supposed to be involved?
They have their own group.
What is
not-
that called?
They're not when it comes to a group that takes decision.
So, but when it comes to decision making, certainly not women. Women cannot
see,
be involved.
One would ordinarily come out to say this is segregation against the woman folk or the women folk.
Okay.
But then it isn't. It is still not.
Okay.
Because one, who decides the position of the house? Is it the man or the woman? Take for instance, a man got you married.
Okay.
You became so rich and richer than the man.
Okay.
Will you now come out to play the role of the man in the house?
No.
So why are you not doing that?
Because I'm under the man.
That is how it is in the community affair.
Okay.
The community affair is different from the wider society affair. Where in politics, In politics, the woman can rise to the top and become a president of a country.
Okay.
But not in the traditional fair.
Okay, not in the traditional affair. Okay.
Yes, it's difficult. Mostly in African sector.
Okay.
We have Margaret Thatcher becoming the Prime Minister of England.
Wow.
While the Elizabethans were there as the Queen. Yes. But that is for the English tradition, not so with Africa.
Okay. As we proceed, in what way can the female child be protected?
The female child can
You
be
make sure
protected by
it's
the
that
law.
the law protected the female child.
Yes, it protects the female child.
And so,
Yes.
in what way? What do you have to say to others and our viewers
Yes.
in regard to the protection of the female child?
Good. The female child has its own protection by the law.
Okay.
Now, segregation is one. Against segregation, the law can come up to say, I don't see a male and I don't see a female. All I see is a human being.
Human being. Okay. Citizen of the country.
Yes. And if I'm to decide, I decide squarely on what I see.
Okay.
But that as it may, does not declare the fact that the tradition is the tradition only when the tradition becomes repugnant to natural justice, equity, and good conscience. On that ground, the law can no longer protect the tradition. Then when it is not, like take for instance, when I mean equity, fair play, and the repugnancy of all these, take for instance the case of Edet versus Essien,
Okay.
wherein a man got married to, didn't get married, somewhere along the line the woman became pregnant
Okay.
for the man, had a baby, the man didn't pay the bride price.
Okay.
Another man came, married the woman after years, and the man said, no, this is my child. And the other one said, according to tradition, he who pays the bride price is the father of the child. Now, the case came to court.
Okay.
At the end of the day, the court said it is repugnant to natural justice, equity, and fair play for you to transfer the child of another man to another person who paid bride price. Biologically, that person is not the father.
Okay.
So, the female child has been protected by a law like that. When the law is not repugnant to natural justice, equity, and fair play, it stands. Then when it is, it cannot stand.
And something I observe,
Yes.
when they are growing up, maybe when you have them male and female in the house, the parents focus more on the house choice. They focus more on the female. Say you are the one to do the house choice, wash plates, cook, sweep, clean, do laundry. You know you are the one that will get married. You know, are the men not getting married?
Good.
The men are also
getting married,
so
and
they don't
such.
get these female, they don't get these male children involved in house choice.
Yes.
They only involve the female children to do the work, cook. They are always in the kitchen. They are the one that will do laundry, sweep, cook, clean in the house, and they always sing it in their ear. I mean, my husband has so. You are the one that will get married. You know you are a girl. Do it well so that you can do it very well for your husband in the house. What are all these? Are men not supposed to?
Thank you so much. You see, ordinarily,
Yes.
when you have a male child
Yes.
and a female child, you
Yes.
groom the female child in line with what you said, because she is there representing you in the husband's house. She becomes an ambassador of your family in that husband's house. And the husband is the head. He's not an ambassador of anybody. So he's not representing anybody. I am Edore Esiri Charles.
Okay.
Whatsoever says in my house stands in Edore's house.
Okay.
Whosoever comes to marry me has adopted the name Edore
Okay.
and becomes an ambassador of her own family to me. So if she fails, she has failed her family. If I fail, I failed nobody, because I am Edore, pivoted as Edore. So that is why you see the mothers will try their best possible to represent one thing, that you are there representing us. You are not there representing yourself.
Okay, don't you think this thing is causing more harm than good?
No.
It's making the male children to be a little bit too how will I put it? A little bit, yes.
Let me shock you.
They feel on top of the world.
Let me shock you.
When you ask them to do something, they will say, I'm a man.
Yes.
Even at a tender age, they start feeling, I'm a man.
Yes. What will you say when your husband starts watching clothes that you are supposed to wash in your house? The female child, like I did say,
yes,
represents a family.
Okay.
She's an ambassador.
Okay.
The male child, when you see a male child do or certain things that the female child ordinarily is supposed to do, you will be the first to call him a woman rapper. And when that news gets to the boy's mother, you see her move immediately to the house to correct things. She will first tell you, I was once a girl, I have female children.
Interesting.
They are not doing this that you are doing to my son. What did you give to him to eat? In the Western world, it is not so. It is the case of a man and a woman.
Yes.
To the exclusion of all others. But okay, in African tradition, it is not so. It is, you marry me, you marry my family.
Okay.
It's not to the exclusion of all others.
Okay.
It is to the inclusion of all others. When you misbehave, another person outside corrects you immediately.
Interesting.
So that is how it plays. So the young male child is grown into that world, believing that there are some certain things I must not do.
Okay.
When he fails to do his role or play his role in the house, you will come out to say he has failed as a husband. You don't provide anything. You are supposed to be providing the food in the house.
Okay.
You take care of the children. You pay their school fees. Okay. While I do the bathing and the rest. It separates itself from the very beginning.
Naturally. So
naturally.
It separates itself. That is just what you said now.
Yes.
But some men do ask what you bring to the table. You
yes.
have already explained it separates itself. So if a woman is in the house, your legally wife is in the house, even if she did not bring anything to the table, herself alone and the house choice, the duty, giving birth to children alone is enough.
Good.
It's enough.
Now let
so
me
man bear the responsibility while the woman bring herself, take care of the home.
Now let me make you understand this. How fulfilled will the woman be when her chores alone becomes taking care of the home? She will tell you that I'm not. In the days of old, in the days of old, we had lots of housewife. Today we have lots of career
women.
Wives. How fulfilled are you being a complete housewife? The choice is yours.
Anyways, nice having you in the studio today, sir. You are welcome. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and when you do, click the notification bell. You can be the first person to be notified whenever we upload new video. Thank you so much, sir. Don't forget to drop your comment on the comment section regarding this issue. Thank you. See you on the next show.